Hello students, we are going to discuss chapter number 1, what, where, how and when. This chapter is of history. First topic is what is history? It is a story of man's past. It deals with the events that has already occurred in the past. It deals with the facts of our society, economy and culture. It is based on historical sources. There are two historical sources, archaeological and literary source. These two sources are seen, observed and analyzed by the historians. Historians are the person who study about the past events. So history is defined as the record of all the past events. Here is a flowchart. What it was. We are talking about events and names. Where did it happen? Place. When did it happen? Date or year in past. How did it happen? Again, events that has occurred in the past. Next topic is why do we study history? History is about changes that occurred over time. It helps us to understand our present. It is very important for us to understand the past. Then only we can understand our future also. So, for example, how the things were in the past, we should find out that thing, and how the things are changed. It is easy for us to analyze the situation. It has been said, he who knows the past controls the future. A person who knows about the past things, he or she can control the future. To tackle the present, it is very important to have a very good understanding of the past. So, to tackle the present, it is very important to have a good understanding of the past. History is continuous story of the event that has occurred in the past, which leads to our present situation. By this, we can figure it out that history is about the changes that has occurred in the past. It is very important for us to understand our past. Then only we can tackle our present situations. Time frame in history. There are three time frame in history: prehistory, proto-history, history. Prehistory. There are no written records and no invention of writing was being done till that time. Knowledge was totally based on the finding of archaeologists. Writing was not invented in prehistory time period. No written records we were having. Total knowledge was based on the finding of archaeologists. You know who is an archaeologist? Archaeologist is a person who studies about the history. They investigate the physical remain, bones, coins, pillars, jewelry, etc. So who is an archaeologist? Archaeologist is a person who study history. They investigate physical remains, bones, coins, pillars, jewelry. Proto-history. It is a period between prehistory and history. It is the period between prehistory and history. We are having few written records of this period. Knowledge is based on finding of archaeologists. Example is Indus Valley Civilization. History. History is the time period when writing was invented, means after the writing was invented. Trace history of any event from the written records. We can easily trace the history of any event because we are having the written records over here. Example, early writings were on stones, rocks, pillar, clay tablets, bark of trees, etc. So in prehistory, we were having no written record. Knowledge was based on the finding of archaeologists. Proto-history, we are having few written records. Still the knowledge is based on finding of archaeologists. History, it is the time period after the writing was invented. So we are having enough written records. Important terms. Archaeologist, we have studied that he's a person who study history. They investigate physical remain, bones, coins, pillars, jewelry. Dates in history are explained by two terms, BC and AD. BC means before Christ. Nowadays, the BCE is used instead of BC. BCE means before Common Era, means the year before the Jesus Christ was born. AD, Anno Domini, in the year of Lord. In the year of Lord means after the Jesus Christ was born, is known as AD. All the dates in BC are counted backward and AD forward. See this chart. This is a timeline chart of AD and BC. As you can see, AD is forward counting. See 199, 100, 199, 200, 299. But BC backward counting 199, 100, 199. So AD is forward and BC is backward. So BC is counted backward and AD is counted forward. Source. A source is anything that provides us information about anything in history or in the past. So that is a source. From where we are extracting the information, that is a source for us. Think and answer. How many years between 400 BC and 200 BC? You have to calculate by subtracting 400 BC from 200 BC. The answer will be 200 years. Similar way, you can do the next question by your own. How many years are between AD 200 and AD 400? Third question, how many years are there between 400 BC and AD 200? See, 400 BC over here, 200 AD 200. So we will calculate by adding the 400 BC and AD 200. Answer will be 600 years. Now answer this question. Chandragupta Maurya became the ruler in 321 BC. Calculate how many years ago it happened. I repeat, Chandragupta Maurya became the ruler in 321 BC. Calculate how many years ago it happened. This is your homework. Now the topic, the importance of geography in history. Please see the map carefully. These are the Himalayan mountains we are going to talk about. The northern plains, here we will call it the Gangetic plains. The Vindhya range and the Deccan plateau. These four things we are going to talk about. See, to understand the geographical division of India, we need to classify them into following regions. The Great Himalayas, the Gangetic plains, the Vindhyas of central India, the Deccan. First topic is the Great Himalayas in this. So this part you can see, north part and northeast part. They act as a barrier to the harsh climate and invasions. Means from the neighboring country, whatever the cold winds are coming, it acts as a barrier. It has mountain passes through which the men has travelled. Why the men have travelled? They travel to other countries in search of food, in search of their livelihood, or to escape from the natural disasters. Here, the extension of this Himalayas, Great Himalaya, is till Meghalaya. In Meghalaya, 3 hills are there, Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills. This is the map showing these 3 hill ranges. So, in the north and northeast provide barrier to the harsh climates and invasion. Means we are talking about this part. Here the mountain passes are there through which man travelled in search of livelihood or to escape natural disaster. In Meghalaya we are talking about 3 hills, Garo, Khasi, Jaintia hills, which are the extension of the Himalayas. They are the extension of the Himalayan range. Second, we are talking about the Gangetic plain. You know, we live in the northern plains only. So it is the most fertile area and the most populous area, means large population lives over here. 2 main rivers flows here, Ganga and Yamuna. The Ganga and Yamuna, along with their tributaries, provide the water for irrigation activities. You know what is tributary? Tributary is a small river that joins into the main river. And irrigation means that providing the water to our crops. So tributaries are when small rivers join the main river. And irrigation means we are providing water to crops. So the Gangetic plains, it is the most fertile area. Large population lives over here. The Ganga and Yamuna and their tributaries, they provide water for irrigation activities. The Vindhya of central India. This is the Vindhya range. It divides the subcontinent into the northern India and the southern India. So first we will talk about the northern slopes. The northern slopes is drained by the tributaries of Ganga. See, this is the Ganga river. So the northern slope is drained by the tributaries of Ganga. And the southern slope, this is the southern slope, and it is drained by the Narmada river. This is the Narmada river. The southern slope is drained by the Narmada river. So Vindhya range divides the subcontinent into two parts, northern India and southern India. In northern slope is drained by the tributaries of Ganga, and in the southern slope is drained by the Narmada river. The Deccan. This is your Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau is a large plateau in western and southern India. This is the west part of India and this is the southern part of India. So Deccan Plateau is a large plateau in western and southern India. You know, this Deccan Plateau is between Western Ghat and Eastern Ghats. You can see this Deccan Plateau is between Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Agriculture was first developed in Deccan. So a question can come. Which activity was first developed in Deccan? The answer will be agriculture. Deccan is also known as for its unique culture tradition as the Dravidian culture. Dravidian is a group of language that is spoken in the southern India. It is also known as megaliths, magnificent temples and Sangam literature. Megaliths, a large stone that forms monuments. What are megaliths? They are large stone that forms the monuments. Magnificent temple means the extremely beautiful temples are there in the southern India. Sangam literature. Sangam is the ancient Tamil literature, earliest known literature of South India. So what is Sangam literature? It is the ancient Tamil literature, earliest known literature of South India. So why people prefer to live near the banks of the river? The people prefer to live near the banks of the river because water is easily available. For what they need water? For irrigation, drinking, washing, fishing and navigation by boats. So, you know what is a plateau? A plateau is a large area of high and flat land. What is a plateau? A plateau is a large area of high and flat land. Thank you and have a nice day.